I made a video on the best class for attacking. Which class is best for defense though? By defense I mean successfulness defending the general or the team base from enemies. The worst class for defending is the assassin. Assassin's stats give assassin speed and mobility. Speed is much more useful for attacking. For defending the speed is mostly useless, and the negative armor and mana stats make it that assassin can't tank or support. The backtap stat can be useful but isn't worth it. The second worst class at defending is Mage. Mage had low armor and damage but very high mana. It is great at healing the general and other players. It can't do much else except being annoying to flying players and working players. All classes passing this point aren't bad at defending. The third worst class at defending is Barbarian. For defending, you will spend more time killing bosses than swarm enemies. It is more beneficial to use a sword than an axe for defending. For the situation, Barbarian is just a worse version of Fighter. You shouldn't have more than one Barbarian. The fifth best at defending is Archer. Archer has high damage per second which is very effective against bosses, and swarm units aren't a threat with the team base. The problem is there will likely be players everywhere if it isn't a demon farm. It will be very hard to hit the intended target when inside, and you're not accomplishing much when outside the base. The fourth best class at defending is Crusher. Crusher has high damage and armor. It's great at killing bosses, and especially players. Its slower speed doesn't matter when there is not a large distance to go. The problem is that Crushers are stuck using hammers and they have low mana. Crusher's best use is a human shield. The third best class at defending is Fighter. Fighter is great at everything but the two classes above it have stats that are good, and even better for defending, and negative stats that matter for attacking, but not much for defending. The second best class for defending is Paladin. Paladin is a tank that can heal fast, support, and has a lot of mana and armor. Paladin's negative speed stat doesn't matter much because of the same reason as Crusher. The only bad thing is the melee damage, but the general can do a lot of damage while they stop the general from taking too much damage. The best class for defending is surprising and not expected at all. It's Guardian. It gets very powerful armor and damages buffs when near the general. It is basically nearly as strong as a boss. It can output high damage to single enemies and swarm enemies while tanking huge amounts of damage. The mana debuff doesn't matter much at all. No class is better at defending and touching grass than the Guardian.